Cowden-Herrick beat your city and improves to 29-3 with the victory and will play for the Class 1A state championship tomorrow after the third-place game versus Freeport-Aquin. With us from Cowden-Herrick beat your city are Faith Wenny, head coach, Carolyn Wenny, Micah Jones, and Bailey Doty. Coach, would you start us off with some thoughts on the game?
We was talking about how we wanted to gain the lead throughout the game, and they done well there. A little bit upset with how we handled the ball at the end. I had us down for 6 turnovers in that fourth quarter. We just need to handle the pressure. Like I said, I think sometimes we get lackadaisical a little bit. But that is partly my fault because a lot of times I put the rain on them during the season after they get a 20-point lead, and we just got to show other teams that we can come and play full 4 quarters.
Questions? Did you see anything from them that you didn't expect or you were surprised by?
No, we saw them a little bit during the summer, so we had a little bit of an idea of what was going on. Of course, there again at this point in time, it's whatever team executes, and I know that their big girl, she's going to get the points in the world. And like I said, we was going to let her have her points. We wanted to shut down the rest of the team.
Yeah. And the fourth quarter run they had?
Yeah, well, I wish we had a little bit better answer for that. I think we wanted to start celebrating a little bit earlier than what we needed to, and we just didn't stay focused. That was a big part, and it was a bad part on our thought.
Carolyn, the third quarter, though, you guys came out and shot the ball extremely well. It seemed like you struggled a little shooting early, and then the third quarter, Bailey in particular shot the ball real well.
I don't have an answer why, but third quarter's always been our quarter till, well, it started out about 3 games before regional started. And then all of a sudden, that wasn't our quarter anymore. But these guys, like I said, we're here now, and they've decided they was going to set a statement this year because a couple years ago we didn't set a very good statement up here. But I think the jitters are out, and they're ready to play ball.
So you guys have played against teams that have really big players that score for a lot of points, and the same thing sort of happened again, like what happened against Decatur Lutheran and Goreville. I mean, but you guys sort of show why. I mean, what is it about playing close teams?
I think the biggest thing is, and I've told these kids all along, I have a lot of confidence in them. And, you know, like I tell them, if there's one girl that can beat my 7 or 8, you know what, we don't deserve to be here. It's as simple as that. I wish sometimes we could play a little bit better defense, but in turn I got to look at it that we can't be in foul trouble because, again, I need the rotation off the bench, considering I'm not just the deepest on the bench, and I need to make sure that my shooters especially keep their feet underneath them and they can hit the outside shots when I need them.
Faith, after 2 years ago coming out and not playing real well, how good does it feel to come out and get this win?
It feels great.
I mean, was it different? Did it feel different out there?
Yeah, as sophomores we were scared, but as most of us are seniors, we're determined and we're here to make a statement and win.
Do you guys think that made a difference?
Oh yeah, it made a big difference. Like, I know for me personally, I was so worried about my nerves and what was going on in the stands the first time we were here. I was scared to death, but I felt so calm, and I could really tell that my teammates felt really calm and focused on the game.
Do you think maybe they felt the jitters a little bit more than you guys did, or were you not picking that up?
I didn't notice it, but
Bailey, what did you think the key in the third quarter? You kind of got hot and knocked out some shots. What was the key to getting on a roll in the third quarter? Did you think?
Working the ball really well. I think doing in out. Like, I know we'd work it down to Micah, and then she'd kick it out to me, give me a really good pass to get open, and we were just working the ball real well.
Mike, I thought you were outstanding with your defensive effort here today. You shut down their 2 big girls, and you kept your head up, got a lot of nice drop-off passes. I want to say that I thought you were outstanding.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Mike, you did do a good job, especially late. A couple of times it seemed like they were coming out on you when you were taking the ball to the hole, and you dropped off 1 to Faith and 1 to Bailey, maybe even more than 1 to Faith. I guess that was working pretty well for you guys.
Yeah, I thought so. I knew they were double teaming me, so one of them were going to cut towards the bucket.
I will give Mikey credit too. She does pass off to these 2 well and they move without the ball. And a big difference is, knock on wood, if I got some solid, she stays out of foul trouble for me right now. And like I said, that helps us tremendously. The last time we were up here, if you remember, she fouled out. And like I said, we were a different team with that because she looks and she feeds these 2 girls that are shooters on the side. And like I said, they all have confidence in each other. And I think that's the biggest improvement from us from when you saw us 2 years ago till now.
Well, today
and they had a good leader with Hillary Shelton because I'm telling you what, when she led these young pups up here, a lot of stuff has sunk in what she's told them. And like I said, we just gained so much knowledge from that one.
I know the past couple games you guys have gone to your bench when you've been in foul trouble, but that didn't really happen this time. But you guys still went to the bench, and Marissa scored, and Ava played pretty well. That's something maybe you've been working up to?
They do, and like I said, most of these girls, they know their roles
Yeah.
on this team. And like I said, you know, even like Emily Wheeler, you take her, for example, she doesn't score a lot. She doesn't get a lot of credit. But you know what? She's spunky on that defense, you know, and you've got to come through her. And I don't know how many boards she has, but you know what? She might only be 5'3", but sometimes she plays like she's 5'8", 5'10" in there because you're not going to move her. And the same way with Courtney. Courtney, she gives us little sparks off and on, and we're definitely not a one-man team. We're sound, and you know, sometimes we got some pick up on defense, some pick up on offense, and I just cannot praise these kids enough and how well. And they might not get all the fame and glory, but you know what? They'll back off, and then somebody else deserves it that night, and that's just what's so key about coaching these kids.
2 more questions.
Coach, now that you've got that first victory down here and are playing for the championship, how long will you celebrate before you prepare for tomorrow night?
Well, we're going to go out and eat first. That's what we've already decided. I will get hitting the game tape, and honestly, I'm probably going to let them celebrate a little bit tonight again. And of course, our main focus when we come down here, and we had it on our agenda, the state-bound agenda that I wrote out for them. Our party time comes after the ball game tomorrow, whether it was early, whether it was late. But I let them get away from me a little bit because I know they get sick and tired of seeing me. They've seen me for so many years. They go do their thing. I watch the game tape and stuff and things that I have jotted down and talk to my assistant a little bit, and then I'll come back with the game plan to them. And you know what? A lot of times I ask them for their opinions because that's why I bring them to games with me. And they see a lot of times, you know, hey, I think we can do this, and I think we can do this. My bigs, my smalls, they all work together. And we sort of tag team on our coaching efforts of how we actually go. As I said, I have a lot of faith in these young ladies.
Did you guys get a chance to see Freeport-Akron before?
We were here. We got here early yesterday. We saw them warm up a little bit. Because like I said, at this state and time, it's anybody's game. And like I said, it doesn't do a lot of good of scouting ahead of time because everybody thinks this one and this one's going to be here. And, you know, it's a whole different caliber. It's whoever executes.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach. Good luck tomorrow. If you're going to continue interviews, please move into the hallway. Live Bluffs is going to be coming in.
All right, thank you very much.
Come back here.
This, I'm not going to put this big. I need to get one that's a little bit more. Yep. Oh, whoa, whoa.
What, I got a comment?
Oh, yeah, I forgot I didn't do this. Hey,
Come on, you guys are ready.
You sold. See ya. Yank me back. See you later. See you guys later.
I don't need to get it.
I gotta get back.
I'm going to be tethered like this.
Yeah, I'm just hitting a button here. Yep.
Stay and watch it and eat dinner.
Maybe I just come a little bit closer if there's room.
Game will start in 2 hours and a half. It starts at 6:30.
I can do
Well, I can use martini too.
I can margaritas.
I know that. We'll go where they make those good ones. Go straight out. She comes.
Illini Bluffs is now 29-6 on the season and will play for third place in Class 1A tomorrow at noon. With us from Illini Bluffs is Hannah Wall, head coach Jim Robertson, Taylor McClintock, and Kenzie Wall. Coach, would you start us off with some thoughts on the ball game?
Thoughts on the ball game. I thought we come out probably low flat. They have obviously been here 2 years ago. They were focused. They got knocked out a little bit early last year, so they're focused. They're wanting to get back to this level. This is our first time. I think we're a little shell-shocked, and not an excuse. I think that we played well. I thought we did a good job on them defensively for a period of time in sections, but you know, a couple of them got away from us. Very good three-point shooting team. Third quarter killed us. I think we got outscored 21-9 in the third quarter. Probably I should have put on the press just a little bit sooner. I'm a little gun shy on the press because of our depth and getting us into foul trouble. Especially if we get Taylor in foul trouble, then we've lost our leading scorer. So I'm a little gun shy of that, but you'll see something different next game because we're going to come out early in that because I think we got another one of my mistakes. I think, you know, when you're in the regular season, you can get away with some stuff. You get to this season, your weaknesses are going to be exploited, and our strength is our speed, quickness, and determination. And I thought that the kids showed a lot of hustle on the press, got us back to within 5, and I think once we got to that point, we just kind of ran out a little gas and we just couldn't get through it.
Questions?
You talk about that rally, though. It looked like it was maybe to get to the point of embarrassment, and the girls rallied and got right back in the game. That must have made you proud.
It did. That's one thing I can say about our kids all year long. They have never given up. They will fight till the end. I guess that's a Tiger thing, but they don't realize they can't win until the buzzer goes off. And I thought that, you know, the rally was good. I mean, we come storming back to within 5 points. And again, I wish I'd have pulled that out just a little bit sooner. But I think once we got there, we were gassed, and we just didn't have enough bench to rotate in there to take us to the next step.
Taylor, Don Chipman, Beardstown. I've been watching since you were a young pup when you were a freshman down at our tournament. And it was quite a display that you put on today. Did you know you were just 1 point away from setting a new scoring record for the 1A? 39 was it, and you had 38.
Oh, wow.
We were hoping in the last 7.7 seconds you would get the ball back. You got it back, but you gave it up to
Kinsey.
Next year,
Kinsey.
Next year,
To
yeah.
next year. But
Totally.
it's been a pleasure to watch you play for 3 years, girl.
Thank you.
And you got it.
Thank you.
Can you talk about the rally, Taylor? You guys really fought back.
Oh, I don't even, it's just a blur still. I thought we did awesome. Kinsey and Hannah did a really good job on their post players. Ariana and Nicole are our speed, and pretty much that's everything that we have. And I'm not a very good defensive player, so I was, whenever we were in 7th grade and we worked on the press, I was always a post. So whenever I'm working with them, I feel out of their league, and it was awesome. Like, everybody was coming together, everybody's morale was going up, and it was a great feeling.
Obviously, you guys knew going in about, you know, their outside shooters, but they were able to kind of get loose. What kind of happened there, did you think, Coach?
Well, again, I think that, you know, the focus with that team is Jones, and I think we got caught up in that a little bit. They're a well-rounded basketball team. We knew they had 4 people in double-digit scoring averages, and a couple of them just got away from us. No excuse for that. We just lost track, and I think sometimes we're trying to help off on Jones, and Jones did a phenomenal job of finding her teammates and making some open passes. So she's a heck of a well player. There's a reason she was voted All-State today.
Coach, you talked all year about Taylor being the kind of girl that could take you to state, and I'm sure you're thrilled the whole state got to watch her today. I mean, she put on quite a show.
She did put on a good show. I mean, we're all very proud of Taylor, and the great thing is, I think the 2 sisters here will agree, they're very unselfish. These 2 will be the first ones to pat Taylor in the back when she does something nice, and
And when I do something wrong.
yeah, they'll let her know when she does something wrong. Taylor had actually told me over in Indiana, we went over to watch the women's Big Ten Final Four, and up on the big screen, they always talk about this kid led the team to state this year and did this, and it's one of the things that Taylor come to me and she says, you know, Coach, she said, all these people can do this. How am I ever going to play college? I can't even lead my team to state. And after the super sectional, I gave her a big hug, and I said, now you led the team to state.
Kinsey, can you talk a little bit about the attitude of the team? You got to bounce back and play again tomorrow. I'm sure you guys are going to relish that chance.
We're not going to roll over. We're ready. We're even spitting more fire now. You know, we're ready to come back. We have a good attitude about it, and we're going to come out stronger because we kind of have a feel of what it's about now. So I think we're ready.
What was your guys' overall impression of CHBC? Just now that you've played them, they have so many weapons. I mean, you guys really tried to get out on them, but it's just so hard. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys can talk about that.
Hannah?
I mean, once we try to get out on the 3-pointers, they just dump it into the inside. So we tried to help out, but they just find the open man really well. So it's hard to do both at one time.
You know, one of the things I think when you get to this level, we had videotape. We were well prepared for this team. I had two very good people down scouting them. They brought back their scouting report. I actually got to see some game film. It just, when you're on the floor with them, they're just better than what they even showed to be on the game film. I mean, they're just well-rounded, well-balanced team. And I think having most of those kids having been here 2 years ago allows them to come back in here. They know what to expect. They're not caught up in the hype. They're focused. Last night at the team dinner, everybody was rah-rah, and those kids sat behind us, and they're the ones that were kind of more focused. I mean, they were down here on a mission, and it'll be a heck of a ball game tomorrow at championship game.
You ever tried, I mean, when you got here, you knew you were coming, did you ever try to approach it with your kids to the effect that it's a business trip?
You know, honestly, when we got here, this is a big thing for our school. It's a big thing for me personally. I told the people that the other end is where the coaches sit, and I've been sitting up there for 19 years, so it's something that I really, you know, it's, you wake up one night and, wow, we're going to state. And I'm sure the kids had some of the same thought process in it, and I think a lot of it, you want to enjoy the moment. We made these, you know, the two seniors are not coming back. I don't want to take it away from them. Enjoy the moment. I told them when they walked out on the floor, you need to look around, take 30 seconds, look up in the stands, and just take a breath. I mean, this is a wonderful thing. So I'm not going to say we're not focused, but I don't think we just didn't quite understand what all we're getting into. We're not used to the media attention. We're not used to being on such a strict time schedule.
Could you get used to it?
We could get used to it. We'll be a little better prepared if we make it again sometime.
Taylor, you're probably going to have to get used to it a little bit too, now that you're all state.
I hope so. It's not fun.
One more question.
Coach, your approach tomorrow will be?
Tomorrow, we have to refocus. It's very hard to get up for the third place game. Third, fourth, who cares? You know, you're getting a trophy, you're going home. You've lost a big one. You're down just a little bit, so it's hard to get refocused. And we've been through this before in the junior high. So our goal tonight and tomorrow morning is to get the kids refocused. And I was very pleased with the conversation we just come out of the locker room. I think they're focused, they're ready to go. I think we talked about our weaknesses. We talked about, hey, we've not done this all year long. We're not a pressing team. We're the Carthage of the old days was a get after it for 32 minutes. We're not that kind of team, but we're going to do it tomorrow. Come out and see what we can do.
Thank you, Lon. I'd love to talk tomorrow.
Thank you. Thanks.